What's up, Chemical Guys family? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today in the shop we have the Scion TC, which has all kinds of neglect and grime covered all over it. This thing is super dirty, the paint is oxidized, it has leaves all over it, the wheels are extremely dirty and caked with brake dust. The headlights are super hazy and yellow, the trim is super dull and neglected, and there's tons of things that need restoration on the Scion TC. So join us today. We're gonna go ahead and give the Scion TC a complete makeover. Starting off with the wheels, let's get started. All right guys, so first things first, we're gonna start off with these wheels and check these guys out. These things are super dirty. The tires themselves are super brown. They have all kinds of dirt, grime, and brake dust and previous dressings that are lingering on there. The wheels are extremely dirty, and you know, these wheels do have curb rash, but that's not gonna stop us from getting these wheels to look amazing. We're gonna go ahead and start off this wheel cleaning process off with the rinse. Now, rinsing your wheels is a great way to neutralize a lot of the dirt and grime and brake dust that's sitting onto the surface and just knock that stuff off. That way you have less of a chance of inflicting damage like scratches and swirls to the wheel finish. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and activate our bucket. So right here I have my bucket with my freeloader and all the products and brushes needed in order to deep clean these wheels. So the first product that we're gonna use is the dirt trap. So we're gonna go ahead and set that at the bottom of the bucket. We're gonna set it in at an angle, and then we're gonna set it down flat towards the bottom. And then what I like to do at this point is I grab all my wheel brushes and I throw them inside the bucket. That way they can go ahead and soak up the water. And then the first product that we're gonna go ahead and pour into our bucket is gonna be our Diablo Wheel Gel. Now, Diablo is a great pH balanced wheel cleaner gel that emulsifies all of the kinds of dirt, grime, and brake dust sitting onto the surface. That way you have a much safer clean. Now, seeing that these wheels are super dirty, I am also gonna be pairing it with our Signature Series wheel cleaner, which is a citrus-based wheel cleaner and degreaser that's gonna work out great for really getting into the barrel and getting all that grime off of that, the wheel finish itself, and the tires and undercarriage as well. So we're gonna start off with our Red Rocket wheel brush. Now, the Red Rocket is great because it's long and it's flexible, so we can go ahead and get it nice and deep into the barrel and give it that nice deep clean. And then the next brush that we're gonna be using is our green wheelie. Now, the wheelie is great because it has these flag tip bristles which work out great for the face of your wheel. So if you have a wheel that has a very broad face, this is a great brush to utilize. That way you get the most coverage, and it's also extremely soft, so it's not gonna scratch any kind of sensitive wheel finishes. Moving on, we're gonna be using our boar's hair detailing brush just to get into any kind of intricate areas like the lug nuts and any kind of intricate, hard to reach areas within the barrel like the brake caliper and anything else like the valve stem as well. And then following that, we're finally gonna clean off the tire. So the tire, we're gonna be using our Big Blue Stiffy tire brush. We're gonna go ahead and spray some more Signature wheel cleaner onto the tire and then scrub all that grime off. Now, what really makes a great tire shine is all in the prep. Now, if you want your tire shine to look its best, shine its best, and last its longest, you wanna make sure that you do not skip this step. So deep scrub your tires with an all-purpose cleaner or degreaser or even wheel cleaner like Signature Series. That way you get all the crud and grime off of it and you ensure a proper bond when you apply your tire shine. And last but not least, once you're all done with your cleaning, go ahead and start by rinsing off the rest of the wheel finish just to make sure that you knock off any kind of loose dirt, debris, and grime that's lingering behind, and any kind of cleaner as well. And check it out, you guys. If you guys look at the wheel now, it's a complete night and day difference of what it looked like when it was dirty versus clean. As you guys can see now, the tire looks now jet black. The wheel looks nice and silver as it should be and not that brown kind of tint to it. All right, guys, and now that the wheels and tires are fully clean, now it's time to get into the wash because this thing is super dirty. All right, guys, so now that we're done cleaning the wheels, it's time to get into this wash. So the first thing that we're gonna do is set up our 2-bucket method. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our dirt traps, set those down at an angle, and then as you get towards the bottom of the bucket, go ahead and set those down flat, and you're all good to go. Now we're gonna go ahead and set up our foam cannon. So right here I have our TORQ Big Mouth Max Release Foam Cannon. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. And then the soap of choice today is gonna be our citrus washing gloss. And as you guys know, citrus washing gloss, it's a hyper concentrated citrus-based soap, which works out incredible for breaking down tough dirt and grime, as what we have on this ride. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the spout and give it about 2 squirts. 1, 2, close that up. Then we're gonna put our nozzle back on. Once our nozzle's on, we're gonna go ahead and stir that up. Don't shake it, just stir it. That way the product mixes in with the water. Then once it's fully mixed up, now you want to do is grab your citrus washing gloss. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the soap and pour an ounce into my soap bucket, which is going to be this bucket right here with the black dirt trap. And then now that we're all set up, I'm going to grab my wash mitt right here. We have our chenille microfiber wash mitt. I'm going to go ahead and dunk that in there to kind of pre-saturate in that soap. And then we're going to go ahead and activate our suds. All right, guys, and now that our suds are activated, we're gonna go ahead and start off by giving the car a pre-rinse to knock off a lot of that loose dirt and debris, and then we're gonna go ahead and start foaming. All right, guys, so we just finished foaming up the vehicle, and as you guys can see, this thing is super slick, it's super foamy, and it's ready to be wiped down. So we grab our chenille microfiber wash mitt, and we're gonna go ahead and start off from the top of the vehicle and then work our way down. And we're also gonna be wiping in straight motions. Now, the reason that you wanna wipe in straight motions is because if you were to happen to get any kind of rock or debris caught onto your wash mitt and you're doing that circular motion, well, guess what? You're gonna have that circular motion all throughout your paintwork, and it's gonna cause a big, nasty swirl mark. And you don't want that. So you wanna make sure that you're washing in straight motions while also utilizing your 2-bucket method. So occasionally, as you're washing your vehicle, come back to your bucket, rinse off your wash mitt, grab some more suds, and then continue back on the vehicle. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you always wanna start from the top of the vehicle, work your way towards the sides, and then do the bottom part of the vehicle last. All right, so now that we're done wiping down the vehicle, all that there's left to do is to rinse it off. So we're just gonna go ahead and rinse it off to knock off any kind of lingering debris, grime, and leftover soap sitting on the surface. And then we're gonna go ahead and proceed with the drying process. So right here, you'll see me pull out our afterwash drying aid. Now, afterwash is a drying agent that helps you dry your vehicle and shine it in one single step. So if you have trouble drying your vehicle, maybe you have a large vehicle, or maybe you just wanna have a smoother drying experience, simply spray some of this onto the wet surface and then go ahead and wipe it down with your favorite microfiber drying towel. In this case, I'm gonna be utilizing our limited edition Blue Woolly Mammoth. Now, the Blue Woolly Mammoth is great because this thing soaks up tons of water, it's super soft, it's super shaggy, it's super thick, it's ultra plush, and it's soak lined. So it's the premium drying towel that allows you to dry your ride entirely without having to wring it out, and it also is extremely soft, so it's not gonna scratch or swell the surface. All right, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for day one. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in the Scion TC into our detail garage, let it sit overnight, and then we'll be back with you guys tomorrow to tackle any kind of final details like the tires, the trim, the headlights, and anything else that we can think of to really make the Scion TC shine. All right, guys, we're back with day 2 on the Scion TC. Some things that we missed that we wanted to go over were the tires and trim. So we're gonna go ahead, grab our dressing, and move on to conditioning and protecting those surfaces. All right, guys, so as you guys saw earlier in the video, these tires were extremely brown and dirty, so we want to go ahead and condition it now that we've cleaned it with a dressing such as our Clear Liquid Extreme Shine. Now, the reason I decided to go with this dressing is because it's an oil-based dressing, which means that it's going to penetrate deep into the rubber, and it's going to recondition it, shine it, and protect it all in one single step. So the first thing that you want to do is grab the product and spray some onto a soft microfiber applicator. You can also use a foam applicator if you'd like. Now you want to just go ahead and start applying it onto the surface of the tire. And right here, what you'll see me do is I actually put a piece of tape on there. That way you guys can see a better hard 50-50 of what a conditioned versus unconditioned side looks like when treated with our Clear Liquid Extreme Shine. And then right away, you guys will see that this thing offers an intense level of depth. It restores that nice black sleek look of the tire, and it also enhances a nice crisp shine. And it also provides your tires with durable UV protection to prevent against drying and cracking. So now that we have that 50-50 done, now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the tire, and as well as the other tires on the vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and coat all 4 tires, bring it back to glory. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the trim. So we're gonna apply the same product, which is our Clear Liquid Extreme Shine, onto the trim as well. So that's the great thing about it, is that you can use it on tires and trim. So we're gonna apply it to all the B-pillars, the cowl hood cover, any of the rubber shields around the vehicle, and just make sure that those all look just as great as the tires do. All right, guys, and that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for episode 1 on this Scion TC. So we started off with giving the wheels a nice deep clean. We gave the exterior a full body wash, and then we pulled in the car to give all the tires and trim the proper care they deserve. But as you guys may have seen from all the B-roll from us doing the work on the vehicle, you may have noticed one thing: the paint is trashed. The paint is super oxidized, has no shine whatsoever, has scratches and swirls like no tomorrow. So that's definitely something that we want to take care of. And last but not least, those headlights. Those things need some work. So that's what we're gonna be tackling on our next episode. So if you guys wanna see us do that, make sure to subscribe right now so that you don't miss out on that next episode and you get a notification when it's out. And as always, if you guys enjoyed any of the products that we use in today's video, you can find them directly on our website, chemicalguys.com, or you can even swing by your local detail garage store and pick it up in person. And as always, my name is Joey. This is Chemical Guys Detail Garage. I'll see you guys next time.